bro.
He's fucked.
He ain't that famous. There's bare people that famous.
Of course he
bare
is.
people.
But
Yo,
how one person
do you see
handles
Will
it?
Smith? Well, I'm not talking about Will.
Bro, how one person handles something is not how another person handles something.
We invited Augie into our house. Okay, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good night.
Yo.
Whichever part of the world you are logging in, locking on from, tuning in, listening or watching, whichever way you are consuming this show, big shout and thank you very much for keeping in touch with us. This is The Rundown. Yo, Jay, you know what? It's been on my mind a lot. And like, I know this is something we talk about in the studio quite a bit and I thought it was relevant. I think we both thought it was relevant for the podcast. Is like, how has hip hop changed? It's just changed so much from what brought us to music to where we are today. It's like
it's changed massively.
But it's the same, but it's not. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's weird, isn't it? It's hard to describe.
I think like everything should evolve in it. Nothing should be stagnant. You get me? And I think it's easy to get trapped in an old head mentality where it's like, I was trapped there for a little while. Do you know what I'm saying? A few years back, where like we've got our idea of what something is, but ultimately, the next generation are going to take it and make it their own. You get me? And that's what's happened. You get me? That's what's happened from grime to drill. That's what happened to like rap to like the wavy shit.
But that's what I think, hip-hop, it's become so much more than one genre. It's so many genres within it.
Definitely.
So like, we were saying before, like that mumble rap shit, you can catch a vibe with it.
Definitely.
Whereas me, I'm not a fan. I hate Lil Yachty. I hate Lil Uzi Vert. I hate him.
What about Future?
A bit better. A bit better,
I think hate's a strong word. Like,
I'm not a fan. He's not getting much. You know what? If I'm partying on a Friday or a Saturday, he can get some play. Little Uzi Vert never gets play. Any time or day or night.
Just because it's not for you doesn't mean it's not got a place. Do you get what I'm saying? Music's subjective.
Exactly, exactly, bro. And I get it. Like, Little Uzi Vert's massive. Like, who am I to say he's shit? He's bigger than me. Like,
I think what it gets categorized as.
Do you know what I'm saying? He's done better than me. But like, I don't like it.
Yeah, I hear that. But that's okay. You're not meant to, not everything's for everyone. You're not meant to like everything. And I think what it comes down to is what pigeonhole it's being put in. Like, is this hip hop? Is it not hip hop? But ultimately, it's just music, and we shouldn't really worry about what it's called or. You know what I'm saying?
I would say in the case of certain mumble rap artists, I think there is an argument that it is not hip hop.
But this is my point.
It's
like,
more like scat.
But whether it's hip hop or not, is that even relevant? It's just music for someone to consume.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? I think like like the old thing,
I think
is
from
it
the
grime? Is it dubstep?
But does it represent the culture of where we've come from? Is and I think it does. I think
it does.
The answer to that is yes. I think it does represent the culture, but like, I tell you what I think is crazy, right, bro? Right, when Little Uzi Vert first come out, now don't quote me on numbers because I get the numbers wrong, right? We've spoke about this before, okay? But when Little Uzi Vert first come out, his song, which was a very, very basic, the vibe was sick, but it was lyrically, it was basic.
Yeah.
Basic as fuck, right? His debut song got put on the highest, not the highest, the biggest carousel on Vivo. Right, so Vivo works in carousels. So, as I don't know what people know about this, but like when you get set up a Vivo channel, anyone can set up a Vivo channel, right? But to get a channel manager is a different thing, right?
Different thing altogether.
So once you get the channel manager, like obviously I'm not trying to school you, I'm just telling them, innit? Like,
of course.
So like when you
school me, man.
But like once you set up that Vivo channel, depending on the traffic on that particular Vivo channel, will then put your particular music video on different carousels, which kind of work with an algorithm and kind of how much audience they will open
Yeah, of
up your
course.
video to. Now, Lil Uzi Vert, I know we had the majors behind him and whatnot, and it kind of goes back to that episode of that other show we were talking about where the power of a major does have quite a bit of weight politically within the industry.
Yeah.
But Kendrick Lamar at the same time released, I think it was his second album, and
Which I don't think was as good as the first one.
but lyrically
personally.
it pissed on anything that Lil Uzi Vert could even possibly imagine
All right,
doing.
so bro, that goes
Imagine
back.
in
that
his
goes-
deepest, darkest imagination.
Listen, that goes back to the conversation we had about the Crazy Frog. Just because something's fucking.
So you're saying Lil
just-
Uzi Vert is Crazy Frog?
No, I'm not necessarily saying
You
that.
are
but-
saying
no, what
that.
I'm saying is, just because it's more popular doesn't mean it's better. That's
I
what
think
I'm
Lil
saying.
Uzi Vert's Crazy Frog.
Whether it is or it isn't is whatever. What I'm saying is, something that's the most popular doesn't mean it's the best. Simple as that. You get me? Just because it's got the most Crazy Frog's not the best song that's ever
You know
come
what's
out.
funny? We keep referencing Crazy Frog, but no one knows what Crazy Frog
It's Crazy Frog like some mad old shit that no one knows about.
No one knows
All right,
what it is.
Gangnam Style, that was a bit more
Alright,
fucking.
that's a bit more. Yeah.
a bit more recent.
yeah.
Basically, what I'm saying is, bro, this is what we were saying on the episode about major labels and shit. It's like know where you are, know what you're trying to be. You get me? You don't need to be Uzi Vert or whatever to maintain a stable music career. And like, if you are the next Uzi Vert, good for you. Go shine and do your thing. You get
Yeah.
me? But same way, like, it doesn't matter that got more numbers or was on the highest carousel or whatever, because there's still bare sick music making
I
it
respect
through.
his stage show. Like, you see his stage show, like, the guy's a sick performer. Like, I gotta respect that. I have to respect that. He's a good performer, no
But yo,
doubt.
have you seen Tyler the Creator? He's dropped a new album. It's fucking done a madness.
I've not listened to it, but you know what?
Have you seen his show, his live show?
Yeah, everything I've ever seen of him has been crazy. Though.
Listen, and my man's lyrical, he's unique, he's creative.
Exactly.
There's a market for everything, and it's easy to get hung up on, oh, this is shit or that shit. Like,
But I think it's down to preference, isn't it? But yo, like, I think it's dummy. I think having, my opinion, it might be a bit controversial, but I believe that promoting rappers who are not putting any substance in their music whatsoever is dumbing down the culture, and I think it's ripping the soul out of the culture when you've got artists like J. Cole. Obviously J. Cole's a massive artist, but there's a lot of conscious artists out there, or artists who have got something to say that has a benefit to the people and the actual culture.
okay, so let me say
Should
this,
that not
right?
get priority over fucking some guy
Let's
chatting
say this,
shit?
yeah. Just because something's lyrically not incredible, yeah, doesn't mean it can't make you feel good. Yeah, so you can make a song that makes everybody move and feel great, and
Yeah.
the lyrics might be shit, but is that not contributing to society in some way?
Nah, I think you're right.
The music's about feeling and feeling something, and
I agree, but
I used to be of the same mindset, like it has to be super lyrical and rada. And really, even as an artist myself, since like, you know, some of the songs I do are super lyrical. Like, I'm a barsman, but some of the songs I do are more about the wave and the energy. And as an artist, it's really nice to be able to explore more interesting and musical aspects.
but that's fine, right? Great, go be an artist, explore whatever the fuck they want. I don't care. Like, that's one thing. But I'm saying that
You're saying it's diluting the culture.
I'm saying it's diluting the culture. Yeah, like, explore whatever they want to explore. I don't care. That's fine. Like, that's cool. Like, I respect that. That's fine. But I'm saying, as the actual culture and what it means for hip hop, and to educate the youth, educate the next generation with fucking real content. And we live in turbulent times, bro. We live in a very different time. We live in a time where like we were speaking on other episodes of this, where we are dominated and controlled by censorship. We are dominated and controlled by government policies that are happy to rip away our freedoms at the drop of a hat.
But I don't think people
But if ever there was
creating
if ever there was a time for hip hop and the soul of hip hop to have its voice, should not the conscious music have its chance, rather than having some guy with his chatting shit?
But bro, you've got. Listen, there's something for everyone, you get me? You've just said there's J. Cole out here doing that conscious shit. There's Kendrick out here doing that conscious shit.
But what I'm saying is, should they not get the bigger slots in the Vivo carousel?
Slots. They've got big slots.
Yeah, well, that's
it's
my
all
point,
subjective.
though.
It's like,
That's my point, though.
listen, people are going to consume what they're going to consume. That's not for you to decide. And if more people consume 6ix9ine jumping around screaming.
No, listen. That isn't for me to decide. That's not for you to decide. I tell you know who else it isn't to decide? The public. You know who decides? The big fucking platforms. They decide what will be consumed because they decide how many eyes or ears get on it.
They do to a certain degree,
To a massive extent, bro.
But cream always rises. Look, J. Cole's a great example, man. The guy had no features on his album.
Cream
Forest
doesn't,
Drives,
but that's one
and it
artist.
was a number. Yeah, but
how many sick conscious artists out there?
there's a lot.
Lots. And we're talking about one guy. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but I think, like, how are you gonna regulate that? How are you gonna, at the end of the day, young people are gonna take something and they're gonna make it their own, and they're gonna fucking rip the rule books up.
if they can find it.
And I think you have to embrace the evolution and also note that there are people that are still doing conscious shit and getting good numbers. Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
But I think what
you can't just limit it to just one thing. That's not for anyone to decide. You get me? People are allowed to choose shit that's dumbed down, that's fucking wavy, whatever. You get me?
100%. And I think, like,
Do I personally listen to it? Nah, not really. I listen. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but I don't care if someone else does.
yo, but there's a space for it. I get you. I hear that. There's a space for it. And there's, you know what?
If there was no J.
And you know what?
Cole's
There's an
and no
important
Kendricks,
space for it.
I'd say fair enough. If there was none of them,
But there's
look
not enough
at
of them.
Dave, yeah? I would argue Dave is the number one guy in the UK right now.
100%,
Yeah,
without a
Dave
doubt.
is in a league of his own. When you listen to his shit,
Yeah.
it's the most conscious shit.
Ever.
It connect, like, so it's like, yeah, we got fucking gimmicky songs. Yeah, of
But
course we have.
I think UK music is a lot more on point when it comes to delivering lyrics.
I think there's both though. I think there's guys who just sing and do the wavy shit and it's not that lyrical. I think it's like any market, man. There's it's like, yo, do you want fucking wholemeal bread? Do you want white bread? Do you want gluten-free bread, or do you want brioche? You fucking decide. And obviously Tesco might decide to put brioche at the front of their shelf.
Yeah.
That's cool. More people might see that.
Yeah.
But ultimately, like, if you're searching for something deeper like you are, you'll find it, bro. You'll find it. It's there. You get me? Just because it's not fucking plastered out there on a mainstream thing, maybe you just need to do your research.
I think it's interesting how the evolution of hip hop over the past 30 odd years has took us, and I think what is a big step forward is like artists like Lil Nas X,
Yeah,
and I think
that's a mad controversial one.
but I think it's an amazing one. Like,
I think Lil Nas X is sick personally. I don't think his music's sick.
I don't know. I don't like his music at all.
I'm not into
like,
the music, but I think to have the balls at the end of the day,
to be an openly gay rapper
Yeah.
in such a male alpha dominant scene, I think
yo, if that's your truth
mate,
and you're out there speaking it,
bro.
Like, the way
you've got
man's-
my ultimate respect.
Yeah,
you
I
have
think
my
so.
I don't like your music, bro. I don't like it at all. But as a person, for what you represent and what you stand for, you have my 100% respect. And I think
Yes.
that, in a sense, that represents the heart of what hip hop is. It's about being real, being yourself, and being yourself, unadulterated. Like you,
exactly.
and I think that's powerful, man.
It is, but I think also with that in mind, like, not everyone out there is super lyrical or super tuned into the words of something. I know a lot of people who hear music and they don't really hear the words, they don't sink in. Now, for
Yeah.
me, it's the opposite. It's all about the words, you get me?
Yeah,
But
for me too.
I think a lot of the more wavy shit, you get me? It's for someone, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, of
and it's like, if
course.
you don't like it, just switch it off and
No,
move
of course. And like you say, there's a place for everything. But I think the heart of hip hop, I mean, actually, the heart of hip hop, whatever you look at the actual roots of it, like it comes from a host over
DJ,
over a
yeah.
guy like chopping up a house beat.
on. Yeah.
That's
Or a funk loop.
like a funk loop back in the day, and yeah, it's mad. And you know, it's got a lot of similarities to like the beginnings of dancehall in Jamaica as well.
Yeah.
And then you can see like
Which has equally become lyrically diluted, so to speak. Like,
yeah.
if you think about some of the dancehall guys back in the day, like K-Put-Ern and
Yeah.
Sizzler, and obvious ones like Bob Marley or
Yellow
Peter
Man
Tosh.
and all that.
Yo, the message was clear, do you get me? And nowadays, you know, man are singing about Clarks, and it's more of a vibe, you get me? But
Yeah.
But like, I love all of that shit. Do you know what I mean?
Clarks, you know.
This is what I'm saying.
Why
Like,
do they love Clarks so
I don't know,
much?
they just love
They
him.
love Clarks, aren't they?
but like, bro, sometimes you want
It's
to go
mad.
club and you want a vibe. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to listen to you fucking giving me a
I don't
a lesson about how emotional fucking life
I
is
don't,
when I'm in
I
a
don't want to hear
club.
about your mum.
When
Do
I'm
you
in
know
a
what I
club.
mean? Yeah, I
do
don't
you
hear
know what I mean?
about your broken relationship with your family. Like, yeah, I don't want to hear that. Or I don't want to hear about someone dying on road.
So that's a bit of a contradiction. You
No,
get what
but
I'm
I
saying?
said there's a time and a place for it. But I'm saying it shouldn't be the leading force of the culture. That's my point. Like, I'm totally. This is what I'm saying. We actually don't disagree on this subject. I think we're just expressing it from different places.
Yeah.
Right. I agree with you. There is
The
a
good shit will always find a way, bro.
And my only point is that I feel, and I may be wrong, like I say, I do get my numbers wrong, but my perception is that dumbed down hip hop is being given more of a shine than the more conscious stuff. Now, that's not to say that the dumbed down shit doesn't have its place, because it does, because in the clubs, that's what's popping. Like, no one wants to hear no deep shit at fucking midnight on a Friday night.
No.
Everybody wants to vibe and get loose. Like, obviously, we all do. I don't want to hear no deep shit at that time. But at the same time, on a Sunday morning, I do.
But maybe it's a reflection on society, man. Society is dumbing down, you get me? We're all fucking staring into our phones all day,
Exactly.
every day. So it's
Exactly.
just a reflection of what the young
Exactly.
people are on now. Like, more time people are just caught up in a fucking social
Exactly.
media world, you get me?
Exactly, bro.
So it's representative of the times as well.
We
you
are
know?
getting dumbed down. It's like, you know what? We had, on the other show with Doc Brown, we were talking about society regressing. Not regressing.
it is.
Is it regressing or I keep getting this fucking wrong? What's the word? Regressing.
Yeah,
As in going backwards.
regressing, yeah,
Right,
yeah.
So it's like.
Or digressing, yeah, one of the two.
I'm
Hit
not-
us in the comments, let us know.
Is it regressing or digressing for something going backwards? I'm sorry, I'm not a dictionary. I don't know. But it's like we're creating a society of mongs walking around on Candy Crush. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to an extent, that is reflecting itself in the music.
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
And I can't have love for that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I struggle with that. That's something I think is just, I don't know. I just don't think that's progressive.
No, of course it's not, but fucking all we can do is play our part, you get me, and try and make, I guess because we're musicians, try and make the music we make to be meaningful. You know what I mean? Like, I guess be the change, innit? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Zara Khalik.
Yes.
My
Yes,
G.
Zara Khalik. Yeah, Zara Street. Sorry, Zara Street now. Zara Street.
Oh
now.
shit, yeah,
She's
Zara
married
Street.
now.
Oh yeah, of
She's
course.
married now.
Yeah.
Right. So, Kanye's album. So, when we're filming this, it's not out.
But
So-
I've seen the feature list. Have you seen the feature list?
I've not seen it.
Yo, I
So,
know, like,
who's on the
great-
feature list?
I know, mate, I couldn't even say, it's like a list as long as your fucking arm. Like, I know that great albums are made collaboratively, yeah? Dr. Dre's 2001 was bare collaborative and it made it amazing. And
Are you excited for
we
this
can't-
album?
I'm never excited for Kanye's work.
Why?
I know that's mad, but I've just never been a big fucking
Why?
fan of Kanye West.
Are you not?
Never have been,
Really?
you know. I've tried, you know,
Why?
my boy RJ is always telling me, bro, you got to tap into Kanye. Yeah, you've got to, because
You
it's
know what,
shit.
bro?
And
I
feel
never
like
knew this.
I need to go back
Are
over
you
some
seriously not
shit.
a fan of Kanye?
Not particularly.
I never knew this. I've
know,
known you for
what I think
fucking
it goes
years.
back to, ironically, is that he can't fucking rap.
No, you can't. Well,
His
no.
raps aren't that good. So we're talking about vibe over fucking whatever. Like, he's all right with the bars, but
Yeah. He's
I'm-
all right with the bars.
Like, what I'm looking for is something else. But as a producer and a
You know what it
producer
is?
myself,
He's
he's
all
incredible.
right with the bars. He's all right with the bars, but he's not
But
nice.
musically, he's a genius though. But when I see this list of features on there, I'm like, that's a fucking lot of features. Is this a Kanye album or is this a compilation? It feels like a DJ Khaled record. Do you know what I mean? That's what it feels like when you read the list, bro. It's like, what the fuck?
For me, like,
I think he's been doing this shit for too long. He's uninspired and he needs a million fucking people around him to help him do the thing. But same way, what the fuck do I know? Kanye's obviously a genius. He's a very talented guy and he's done incredible things. So, but that's my personal opinion.
the thing I struggle with about Kanye, right, and this is, he puts his narcissism out on the people directly in front of him. So when he decided to run for president, right?
I rate him.
When he decided to
I
run
rate
for
him.
president, he would happily put his wife on blast about, she wanted to kill my daughter.
No,
right?
he said he wanted to do it.
No.
Nah, he said he wanted to do it.
He said she wanted to kill his daughter.
No,
Oh,
that's
no,
not-
no.
he
Sorry.
didn't.
You're right. He said he wanted to kill his daughter. Either way, whether
He's
he
putting his
he
fucking
or she,
personal shit
he's
out there.
putting his
Yeah.
personal, immediate, that's irrelevant. He or she, it's his wife. Either way, they're two and one are the same. You get me? Like,
He's definitely chatting some mad business.
he should not be like to use that as a reason to try and then get popularity. A personal situation of tragedy
the game,
within
though,
his
man.
no.
Playing the
There's
game,
playing the
man.
game, and there's just being a vile human fucking being. I'm sorry. But from when you're selling the fucking abortion of your daughter for fucking popularity votes, get to fuck, mate. Sorry. That's
Yeah,
fucked
it's a
up.
bit weird,
That's
but-
fucked up. I'm sorry.
I
That's
also
wrong.
think,
that's
like-
just immoral.
I also think, bro, it's unfathomable, yeah, what it must be like being someone that famous and that rich and...
Bro, there's bare people
Man-
that famous who don't fucking do that.
Hear me out, bro, like,
Bare people
that will fuck
famous.
you up.
Bro,
He's fucked.
he ain't that famous.
He's
There's bare
fucked.
people that famous.
Of course he
bare
is.
people.
But
Yo, do
how
you see,
one person
do you see
handles
Will
it-
Smith? Well, I'm not talking about
Fucking...
Will.
Bro, how one person handles something is not how another
Augie.
person handles something. You
We
get me?
invited Augie into our house. Nah, I hear that.
What I'm saying, bro, is just because my man's gone bonkers, but someone else hasn't, doesn't discount that the pressures of what he's gone through haven't been a contributing factor
Yeah.
to his fucking mental health. I see it as like, wow, man, like it's fucked him up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And it can.
he's had it. Obviously, mental health is a problem for him, and I think the people around him are not doing him justice because he should not be allowed to exert that on so many other people. He shouldn't be allowed to exert it on himself. Like it's only himself he's hurting.
But
He's melting
you
down
see what
publicly
happens, though,
constantly.
when someone gets to that level, oftentimes the people who are true to them, their real friends, are telling them the truth, like, come down a peg or two. But because everyone else is blowing smoke up your ass, it's like, fuck you, why you hating?
Yeah.
Why you hating on me, you get me? And the lines are blurred of who's got your best interests at
The
heart.
lines of reality
And it's
become
very
blurred,
difficult
yeah.
to understand, like, that level of fame is crazy, you get me? So, yeah, Kanye is an anomaly, but I'm not particularly excited for the album.
I am, to be honest.
I'm more excited for the Drake album, man.
I'm excited.
I want
Kanye's
Drake
album.
to drop on the same fucking week and just pop Kanye in his face like, brrr, you know what I mean?
Both, by the time this episode's out, both of these albums will be out. All right, guys, yo, listen. Which album are you preferring, the new Drake album or the new Kanye album? Put it in the comments. Let us know what you think, and let us know what you think about our opinions, because, yo, we are wild with our opinions. Like, we know
These
they're
are just
extreme.
opinions, you
We're
get me?
yo, listen, it's what we think personally in it. So, let's hear your opinions. Put it in the comments. We'd be very interested to hear. But you are watching the rundown. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah.
Hit the notification bell, and we'll see you next time. Keep it locked.